Speaking of Kamala Khan, you're technically bringing the first MCU mutant to the big screen. Very curious.
Oh my God. Wait, that's huge for me.
Yeah.
I did not think about that. That is actually, X-Men's like my favorite. So that is actually, what a gift Kevin Feige gave me, truly. Wow.
Hey, Nia, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
We are doing so well. We're such huge fans of yours, so we're just so grateful for you sharing your time with us on the Movie Podcast today.
Thanks for having me. I love this.
Oh, it's our pleasure. in the Marvels, you're getting to bring together different corners of the MCU with Carol, Monica, and Kamala. What excited you most about kind of telling the next phase of each of their stories?
I think it was really just being able to explore more of the questions that I had about them. So for Monica, I watched WandaVision with everyone else and saw that look she had when Captain Marvel was brought up, and I was like, oof, what is happening? So it was cool to be able to be part of like showing people what that was. And with Carol, last time we saw her in a full film, she had no idea who she was. And now it's been 30 years since then. So I was really excited to be able to figure out who she was and to show people what she'd been up to. And so part of the film is also us kind of going into her past, meeting people from her past. And then Amon and Miss Marvel's like one of my favorite characters in the Marvel like comic universe. So being able to bring this character to the big screen was so exciting for me.
And that's what I think is so special about where we are at the MCU, is that we could tell these stories across all these different mediums. And when it comes to Iman Vellani, who is, a hometown hero of ours, we got to speak to her last year for Miss Marvel, and she's very much true to character with being a super fan of everything Marvel. What was it like shooting with her?
Did you kind of go to her more than Kevin Feige for advice?
I mean, yeah, she was there every day. So it kind of, what I mean? But she knows everything. She's just like, yes, she's a super fan, but she's so smart. And she's got great taste, and she also just literally knows everything. So we were debating how old Carol was, and she was like, oh, she's 63. She just like knew off the top of her head. There was a whole thing that we were shooting the scene. It wasn't quite working, and I was like rewriting it, and I was like, And then after like hours, she's like, it's actually X, Y, and Z. And we're like, oh, right. So we just, after that, we just were like, Amon, what is it? It's like that resource on set.
That's fantastic.
I love that. That's such a cool and fun vibe. Like, and I'm curious, what was that like on set with all three of you kind of just like, all four of you were just kind of getting together and kind of seeing them just branch out doing their own thing?
It was really great. I mean, they're all really funny in their own ways. And so we laughed a lot and just had a good time. I mean, it was really important to me that this was like a joyful experience. Movies are all hard to make, but they're hard in a really gratifying way. And so didn't want to add any drama, just wanted to be like a good time. And they all had the same mindset. They were like, let's have a good time. Let's like be joyful inside this experience.
And, speaking of Kamala Khan, you're technically bringing the first MCU mutant to the big screen. Very curious.
Oh my God. Wait, that's huge for me.
Yeah.
I did not think about that. That is actually, X-Men's like my favorite. So that is actually, what a gift Kevin Feige gave me, truly. Wow.
Absolutely. So now we're curious, what other mutants would you kind of love to see Kamala interact with?
I really loved in the comics when she met Wolverine and he was like, and she was talking about her fan fiction, and he was like, how did I end up with this girl in the sewers under New York City? Loved that. So I think her and Wolverine would be a great pairing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great. And when we spoke to Amon last year, she mentioned, we asked her, if you got to be the Kevin Feige of, Marvel Studios, what would like the first project to be greenlit? And she's like, Galactus right away. So,
oh my God, that's my answer too.
Right.
So
here we go.
Galactus. We need to get you to come back for whatever project that is, because we need Galactus worlds.
I think we do. I honestly think we do. Oh my God, this is great.
This is great. I just want to we just talk about random Marvel characters now.
Marvel all day now.
Coming into the MCU, I think there's so many huge films that came before you. When you're coming into the Marvels, what was, I know you mentioned about the vibe on set wanted to be a fun experience. Yeah. What was the biggest thing you wanted audiences to take away from this film?
I really wanted audiences at the end to want to spend more time with them, especially on the big screen, because I think they're all just like really amazing characters. Yes, they've been in the MCU before and like they all have their history, but I think there's so much more to explore with all of them, especially Monica, who's had sort of maybe the least amount of time in the MCU. So I hope after this film, the Marvels together and also separately, people want to see more of them.
I definitely think that's going to be the case.
Definitely. Speaking of having more time, I wish we had more time with you, Nia. We're so grateful for you. We hope we get to talk to you again on your future projects. And congratulations once again on the film.
Thank you so much.